Welcome back, everyone. Round 2 here. I'm Conley Woods. This is TCGplayer.com. We're playing our Hasty Colorless deck. I don't know. I'm thinking like Fast and Gray or Hasty Gray. I don't know. Maybe I'm not there yet. I'll keep it. Keep working on it. This hand is not the worst or the best. Well, we basically just want to draw a couple more lands, but we have a couple bros to get down early. Hopefully I draw another land that is not this Crumbling Vestige, because I would really like to use it for a Pinot Noir. The Corrupted Crossroads can cast the Eldrazi Obligator, so I don't need to worry about that. It can also... oh, being dead weighted. Alright, you got me. Land? No. Alright, so I have two options here. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to play this and play the Scrap Heap Scrounger. I could have held it and played another Courier and gotten in for one and not made a land drop, but that just seems foolish. If I miss out on Pinot Noir for a turn or something, a couple turns, that's fine. I have other gas that I just need to make my land drops for. Key to the City. I'd be pretty happy if he uses that, because it'll be rather slow. But I need to hit a land badly here. Alright, I did. So I'm definitely going to cast Matter Reshaper. He's unlikely to have any type of sweeper or anything like that, so getting down more pressure at once is pretty good. And then I have Obligator to take a later creature, and I now have access to Unknown Shores for returning this, or for activating a Bromat Courier, or for Pia later on if I draw a fourth land. I decided Unknown Shores was better than Holdout Settlement, because Holdout Settlement requires tapping a creature, which this deck generally doesn't want to do because of how aggressive it is. And hitting a fourth land for the color sources in the deck, which are not many. It's basically Pia, which turns into a 4-drop, which is not that bad. Returning Scrap Heap Scoundrels, which is a late game ability, and it costs 3 at that point, which is not that bad. And then a 2 casting cost Bromat Courier ability, which is not that bad. You're casting Pick the Brain. That seems like the worst possible thing to be casting here. He almost has to take this, or I just play it and bash him for 3. But he also almost has to take this, because if I draw a land and play this, he's just dead. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what he did. Now if I draw a land, I cast Pia. Oh, no, I cast both these dudes. Attacking for 7 and playing another 3/2 is pretty good here. That's what I love about this deck, because it's kind of no nonsense. I mean, it's a lot of nonsense, don't get me wrong, a ton of nonsense. But it's also no nonsense in that if you dirtle around and cast, you know, I guess he cast one removal spell, which is pretty good. But then you spend your later turns casting Pick the Brain against my aggro deck, you're just going to die. So I have that knob to keep people honest. But at the same time, this is not a straightforward deck that people are going to be ready for, metagame for. They're going to have some cards that are strong, like Ceremonious Rejection, and that's just, that's a unfortunate fact. But they can't Ceremonious Rejection everything of yours, and most people run like 2 copies of that card at most between the 75. Meanwhile, you have weapons against sweepers. Like every creature I have in play is rather effective against a sweeper. Like here, I can't imagine he lives if I just cast this card. I obviously have no ability to spend anything else, but he's got 3 mana here. He can shoot something and gain 3, and go to 12, I suppose. In that world, he would live at 2 life. But he has to have actual lightning, or not lightning helix, but essence extraction, is that what it's called? And again, that's about the most Hail Mary of Hail Marys that you can have. And I went ahead and played the Obligator here because even if he plays a creature, obviously can't steal it next turn, even if I draw a fourth land. Yeah, he's just dead. Mowing down people. Fast and gray. I don't know what that means. I'm just going to keep saying it. Alright, I kind of want to go Bearer of Silence against him. Spatial Contortion is probably not necessary. Bearer of Silence is probably better. But I also kind of want to go Transgress the Mind. Also, I'm almost certain that he had just a really awkward draw there. And that's not the way his deck normally plays out. But I think I'm going to take out this Pia. That doesn't seem great against him. He's got Deadweights, which kind of makes me want to cut these, but at the same time, not really. I could see cutting Key to the City. I don't want the game to go too long. So its draw card ability doesn't really matter, although the unblockable part could be really key. But I guess Bearer Science might be better. Let's see. Bring in Bearers, which I can cast reasonably reliably. And a Warping Whale. Is that reasonable? Probably should be. Huh. I think Warping Whale seems somewhat reasonable. I could even just say 3. Yeah, let's do 2 Warping Whales and 3 Bearer of Silence. Bearer of Silence plus Eldrazi Obligator will be my kind of cleanup on creatures, because I just don't think I'm going to need the Spatial Contortion, so these seem a little more effective, because I can play this as a 2-drop, it flies, it has a cast ability, kills larger stuff like Emrakul later on. They're also only opponent sacrifice creatures, so it's not that bad against Emrakul in terms of if they happen to steal my turn. I could bring in Transgress the Mind alternatively here instead of Bearer Silence. That is an option. It stops Emrakul specifically, and it stops Ishkan. Oh, I guess Ishkanah maybe. That might be actually valuable enough. Let's do 1 Warping Whale and Transgress the Mind. No, let's not do the Warping Whale. I'm going to do a Fleet Whale Cruiser and Transgress the Mind. Alright, I like this. We'll be back for game 2, round 2. TCGplayer.com, Conley Woods. Be right back. Alright, we're back for game 2. My hand is good enough here with multiple Thought Knots and a pretty good curve and stuff that all I need to do is draw lands. We're just going to go ahead and keep this hand. We're on the draw and have faith. I also have a Copter that gets lands going pretty easily. Alright, so Spatial Contortion is good against that card. That's a fair point. I don't know if I need to worry about this card. I don't know. Some people aren't even playing the Grimflayer anymore, which I think is actually... Matt Nass is trying to convince me and tell me it's correct, so I'm buying it as of right now. That Grimflayer is not necessary. I guess I have the Thought Knot Seers. Maybe I didn't need Transgress tonight. Maybe I should have gone... Maybe I should just keep in a couple Spatial Contortions and maybe go like 2 Spatial Contortions. Oh, well, I guess I'm happy that I have 2 Thought Knots here. Maybe I should have gone like 2 Spatial Contortions just to deal with this early stuff. And then like 2 Transgress or Bearer. I don't know. Put 2 lands. Something back on top. Alright. That wasn't that bad because now I don't have to be sad about discarding. Oh, no. About discarding one of these Reality Smashers, which I'm definitely going to do. Looking to hit a land. Didn't. Did hit a Transgress, which I can cast off Corrupted Crossroads. That's fine. Put on top. So I have 2 shots at a land here. He still just has sorcery and lands. And he's got to keep that card on top, I imagine. Maybe he put it on top for this Grimflayer. If that was the case, though, he... I guess if he bottoms, it's a free roll. Alright, he bottomed a creature and an enchantment, so this guy's big. Alright, so I guess I play this so I can see if I want to discard this Transgress the Mind. I assume I'm going to want to. I don't care about Blossoming Defense. Actually, do I? No, I shouldn't. Just not going to block that Grimflayer, so I'm just going to... Yeah, I'm going to take this tracker. Animate. Discard the Transgress. Ooh, that's a good one. He's going to get low, and then we're going to get him. Because there's no way he's blocking here, I imagine. And he could try to go aggro on us too, but he knows we have a ton of haste stuff, so I think he's going to be more worried than we are. Just keeping open Blossoming Defense. Just attacking for 7. Got 7 cards in his graveyard. That's the easiest way to know what he adds, because it adds them in a kind of weird order. Actually, it might be at the top. I don't know. Oh, he's putting all his cards back on top. Alright, come on! Yes. Alright, so if I get in for 9 to put him to 2, or I get in with the Copter. I think 9 put him to 2 is probably better, because I don't want to discard the Key to the City anyway. Oh no, but then I'm dead to Blossoming Defense. So it can't be that. It has to be... Oh. What's the play? I mean, it's definitely casting this, 100%. It's just figuring out what I'm... Gonna attack him down to 2. Then he would kill me. I guess the play is attack him with Reality Smasher, chump block with Thought Knot Seer. I'm going to give him a card, which sucks. But he's got to use Blossoming Defense as well. He's got to use Blossoming Defense and sack a clue to save his Tyro Striker if I block there. And then if I draw any creature to activate Thopter, I'll kill him with Reality Smasher plus Thopter and Key to the City. Alright, so yeah, I'm getting in with Smasher. If he draws a removal spell, it has to be a removal spell that costs 3 or less to kill my Thought Knot Seer, which he could easily have, of course. The beautiful thing about blocking... Oh, it's just another Grimflayer. That's great for me. Pretty happy with if he just attacks with Grimflayer here. I'm really happy. If he attacks with both, I'm medium happy. Alright, so he's dead. Key to the city. We know he's got a Blossoming Defense in his hand. We're going to have a flyer and a unblockable 5/5. So far, I've been happy with the deck's performance. Mana's been a little shaky, but I kind of knew that going in. But we haven't really struggled to extreme degrees. Oh yeah, I couldn't have even drawn a creature because I have to discard a card. Wow, so he had to literally make that play. Oh wait, I could take that back. I drew a Scrappy Scrounger, which is the one exception because I can just. So I drew the one creature that actually makes the whole thing that much better. Alright, we snuck through that one. We snuck through the super control matchup. Now maybe we'll get paid against aggro and see how that goes. I'm not sure. But we'll be back for one more round here. TCGplayer.com. I'm Conley Woods. I'm calling it fast and gray. That's what we're going with right now. Gray fast. Is that better? Maybe? I don't know. We're improving slowly. We'll be right back. Round 3. Thanks for watching.